sitting here with Johan Ryman, the leader of Adrenaline GX. Johan, welcome.
Thank you.
You guys have been through a lot of name changes.
That's correct.
What's the story behind that?
Well, the thing is that it's actually been because of our sponsors. What the marketing value they want to have out of their sponsor money is obviously through the name. It's have been there for quite some time now. And it started with Team 9, with our sponsor contract running out. They own the brand because the Cafe 9 was the owner of Team 9. So we switched name to Adrenaline through that. And that's the label we intend to keep for a long time now. This me and Quick is owning that brand. Also, we merged with Gamers X as an organization and a management for Miguel Chung, and therefore the name Adrenaline GX now.
Now, you're from Sweden, and you've been here in the States in LA for about 2 months. What's it like to spend so much time away from home?
I think it's, for the competition-wise, it's been really good for us, being able to focus 100% on our game and thinking CS, living CS all the time, with your teams, you discuss all the things that you have in mind right away instead of having it in your mind when you go to bed and then you forget about it the next day, But of course, it's mentally-wise, it's tough on you because living with 5 guys that can't clean up after themselves, I hate that, So it's not like having 5 girlfriends, unfortunately.
You guys are best known for your slow style of play. How did that come about?
Actually, originally when I founded Mafia a long time ago, which some people might not even remember, we were a quite fast-paced team, played really fast with really well-coordinated tactics. Everybody knew what to do and how to play. Unfortunately, the game have developed to a much slower style of play because of the money control. It's all about who controls the other team's money that's going to win the game. That's my personal opinion. You have to have full control of your own team's money and the other team's money. And the only way of doing that is to play slow, find out how much money do they have, what kind of weapons, and then we do tactics after that. We try to play a little bit more like football with audibles. And a big problem within the game itself is that it actually only grants the defending side $2,000 each if the time runs out, instead of 3,300 if they win the round by defuse or killing all their opponents. And during crucial weapon rounds, when you have a good money advantage, you might want to screw up their weapon system or their money system by letting the time run out. And therefore, that's the idea of it.
You have 3 new players since the last CPL. What have you been doing? How do you bring new players into your style of play?
Well, it's not going to be this hard this time because we have Executor, Quick, and Vesslan, myself, that is the core group of the players. If you have a core group, you can always add players to that. That's my personal opinion. And I think adding Bronk, which is, of course, from SK, a really experienced playing, is having been really quick for him to adapt. Notorious, who me and Quick used to play with back in Esports United, I know how he plays. He knows how we play, and he's the kind of guy that never questions your tactics. He listens, and he's do it. Good fella is a guy that's been a little bit more problem to adjust, but probably one of the most skilled player I ever played with. Since he also was a team leader for HLO or MTW SC later on. And since he has his own ideas of how he wants to play, and that could sometimes have been a problem, but we really worked on that, and he come around really nicely and started to catch up and listen really well. And I think he's adapting really well now the last few weeks.
With almost weekly changes to Steam, do you ever worry that before a tournament the game is going to become unbalanced?
I don't know about that, if it's Steam or Valve that's changing the game through the versions. The small changes that have been made, I think it's actually been for the better. The Steam changes, the small minor updates. However, what it isn't my concern is that you don't get the information in good time in advance when you really need it, like what config settings is going to be used. Like for the CPL, there was a lot of talk, is it going to be 0.01 interpolation, or was it going to be 0.1 that they used for several events? And those kind of information is much more important than small changes in the game. That's how I feel.
If you could go back in time and take back one round, one play, what would it be?
Actually, it's been 2 rounds versus SK that I really want to take back, that have been really close games that we screwed up on. Last CPL finals, when we lost the Echo, that was not so good, and I would totally do some things different in that round, because it was quite obvious how Fisker was going to play that round. With he saved a gun from the last weapon round, from the 4th round, and he managed to take down 2 or 3 guys, and that's not allowed to happen. And if you make small mistakes like that, it's going to catch up on you later on, and that's what it did, and we lost the game because of that. And same thing earlier that year, we lost to Kabul, to SK in winter bracket final in the CPL Can, and also because of an Echo that SK won. And hopefully, because of our preparations this time, we will be able to cut down our mistakes and be more focused, and I hope that will pay off.
Well, now's your chance, as we wrap this up, to give any final shout-outs, any final, anything you want to say to your sponsors? I
would like to send a big thank to Maurice Quere from Sennheiser Communications, who made this boot camp in California possible for us. Also, Miguel Shang, who's been taking care of us from Gamers. Really, really great guy, and I appreciate him a lot.
Well, Johan, good luck to you
Thanks
and your
a lot.
team.
Thanks
Take
a lot.
care.